anime exclusive. You're here with Night Skin Cosplay and
Insane Royalty,
yes, sir.
also known as Stewart.
Stewart
Yes,
Stewie.
sir. Stewart
Stew with
Glue.
the glue. You feel
Yes,
me?
sir.
Oh my
Man.
goodness! All right, so we got a couple exciting topics for you today. Sorry, I'm a little excited, so you got me stuttering. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get there. But we
Make
got a
it
couple
through.
exciting topics today. And some of
Make it
these
through.
got him excited. Like I just came up with these off like just because I felt like they'd be a good conversation. Homie, stop breathing for a second. So I guess we're about to get into it because I thought I knew what I was talking about when I pronounced this stuff. Okay, apparently I don't. So time to get it again. Let's get it.
Hey, let's do it.
First question of the day: who do you think will have the best fight scene in 2024? See?
So,
Breath.
so best fight scene 2024 might have to go to Solo Leveling, hands down, because one, like, people have not seen the content that's gonna like be coming soon for it. I do follow the manga. We both do, so we know what's coming. However, we definitely just want to, like, keep spoilers out the way. But just so y'all know, if it gets to a certain part, it's definitely gonna have the best fight scene like of all time.
You
I
think
promise.
beat Dragon Ball Diamond?
No, I have a really bad opinion about Dragon Ball Daima, and I will explain that later. However, a big competer, my bad, computer, a big competitor
Yeah.
would be One Piece. I think One Piece is gonna, and Egghead Island
The fight scenes are crap like that in Egghead?
is
I haven't read the manga.
there's some
Okay, so,
solid
I
ones
don't read the
coming
manga
up,
for One
man.
Piece, that's why
Some
like,
solid ones
I
coming
asked
up.
about the fight scenes and I cracked the Egghead because I'm an anime only and I'm probably gonna stay that way.
Yes, definitely stay that way because now I don't get as excited to like watch anime as much when I like read the manga. So
Yeah, exactly.
everybody who's a manga reader, you know how I feel.
Exactly.
But if you're anime only, it's fine, completely fine. Like same way with Demon Slayer, all those types of animes. Like, I've seen it all already. It's already over in the manga. So like when I actually see the anime, I'm just like, oh, it's cool, but like I already know what's going on. So like each, looking forward to every episode each week is kind of like,
True enough.
I might watch it, I might not. Like who knows? Or like I might just play catch up just for the sake of like binging it or like looking through it. But yeah, nah. Like big competitor, One Piece, and then Solo Leveling is definitely gonna be top tier fight.
I don't know, man, because what? Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Say Redo the Healer.
Redo of a healer. The
With
wrong
the
way to use
next-
healing magic. That one.
That one too.
might
That one
come
too,
up with a
actually.
Crazy fight.
I think so.
He seems like the kind of guy who's gonna be throwing hands.
He
He's
is.
already throwing.
He's
hands
already
in the first
throwing
couple
hands.
episodes.
So
like I can just see like, oh, girls in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I haven't read the manga, I don't know what happens. But,
definitely not
oh,
me
girls
either.
in trouble. He needs
Yeah.
to save her, and the only way to save her is to get through to the boss to go get her. And so I feel like he's about to just throw hands instantly.
Definitely, because the latest episode like showed.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
No.
all right. I don't want to spoil it. I don't
No,
want to spoil it.
but
But
that's
yes.
the framework of what we're working with. That's all
All
I'm
right,
saying.
all right.
That might compete with top fight scenes. There's another show that's out right now. It's like
Buchigari.
Yeah, that one.
So
Those
Buchigari,
fights-
I have not watched it yet actually, but it keeps popping up on my Crunchyroll, and I've like thought about watching them.
So like, it's not a show that like I would like generally recommend unless if you're only here for hands.
That's
exactly
great.
the show.
I love
You're
that. I
only
love that.
here for
You're here for hands and martial arts, bro.
That's all it
Yeah,
is.
because I read the description about it one time, and I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, this looks pretty good, but I'm not sure. So I just need to take that like first episode, like that first step into the episode, and just like immerse
You watch
myself.
that first episode, you're gonna get hooked.
You're gonna get hooked?
What I know about you,
Yeah.
the shows you like,
Yeah.
you're in there.
All right, say
I
less.
guarantee
Say less.
it.
Buchigari coming up soon. We'll talk about it.
I'm a romance person, like the shows
Yeah.
I love is Bottom Two Character or like the Apothecary Diaries. That's what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
at, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I heard that's pretty good.
Hey,
Like all my friends keep talking about it, bro. So I'm like, it's pretty solid. That's what I've heard.
It's very slow, but it's so in depth with the story.
Really?
It just takes its time, bro. It's like making a lasagna, literally. It's,
Really?
straight up.
She said like making lasagna. Hey, shout out to Shigeki. Oh my god. Food Wars. I was just gonna keep it simple.
Oh, yeah.
Food Wars.
Fair.
Shout out to Food Wars.
Fair. But yeah, so because like every layer you gotta make it with care. You gotta lay it properly.
Yeah.
If you don't have a spillover, it's gonna mess up with the lasagna, and then you put it in the oven. That's what that show's like for me.
Okay.
And it's just like
That boy know how to cook. You know how to cook. Ladies, holla at him. Holla at him if you want a good meal.
This guy. But yeah, no, that's just a beautiful series. And like, you know me, I'm in my slice of life bag at all times.
Yeah, nah,
like
for
the
real.
romance stuff, that's where I
That's
be.
where you be?
I don't care. Don't get me wrong, I watch all the action ones too.
Yeah.
But the ones that get me excited, is he gonna end up with her? Is he gonna end up with her?
True. Like quintessential quintuplets, bro. Like quintessential quintuplets. Have you watched? Oh my god.
Yes, sir.
That is like, it's so crazy seeing those.
Hold on, pause real quick.
All
so
right.
this the theme of this podcast is supposed to be like a fighting one. So I'm about to dive in quintessential quintuplets a little bit, and I'm gonna try to redirect. Because I know what we're supposed to be talking about. I have my list, I have my questions, and I know it's a little bit of off of a tangent, but he brought it up.
I got it. You got to talk about it. You got to talk about it.
I don't like that you picked her.
Really?
Straight up, she is not my favorite one.
Which one's your favorite?
One. It would be the Star one.
The Star one. Okay.
She made the most sense. It's also
Really?
like that whole like theory. There's a theory of when you're watching a romance show and like the first girl you see is typically the person that the guy almost always falls in love with when it comes to harems.
Yeah.
Whoever he sees first is the girl he falls in love with or ends up with at the end. And so psychologically speaking, I think I have that little like mental like break of like when it comes to romance because that's like I've seen hundreds, right?
Yeah.
And so like I think I have that, but also she seems the most realistic in terms of his personality.
Really?
Her or the short pink hair.
The short pink hair one?
She's the
Hey.
pick.
Nah, she's hard. I do love her. I do love her.
Girls. I said what I said. I love these girls, but yeah.
Nah,
I
I
don't
got
her
you.
name right now because
I don't either. Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. But like, she, if it wasn't Star, it'd be her.
Her? Okay.
But then they went with the sporty one. The sporty
Yeah.
one makes no sense to me. Because she was the one that was there in the beginning. I was just like, he developed more more feelings towards the other one.
Other
So
ones,
like,
yeah, definitely. That would make more click. Yeah, that would click more.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
That was that. Anyways,
All right, cool. Back to the topic.
Do you think Solo Leveling's gonna flop this year?
Honestly, no. Regardless of the pacing that they're choosing right now,
Right.
a lot of people actually didn't know about this, like, manhwa. So I feel like it's still catching the attention of the people. The beginning, how it just played out, and like people were like, "There's no way he ended up this way, right?" In the first like 2 episodes, there's no way he ended up like this, but he's given a second chance. So it's kind of like, ooh, now we got to see how it plays out. So I think it's gonna catch that attention of people and like keep them interested.
I feel like with this generation of people, the reason why I'm worried about it flopping is because of the fact that people the way they're pacing it loses the excitement because the other shows are keeping the pace better.
True.
So like the last episode was like a 0.5 episode, so it's basically useless, right?
All right, so I do agree with you on that. Like, why do we make a recap episode?
Right,
it's only been 7 episodes. We just started it. It's not long enough for it to be a recap episode. Like when what's it called? Shangri-La. Shangri-La just did the same thing, but that was like because we built up to this new arc. We built up to this new arc, so now it's like, all right, cool. We have something to build up to. If people want to catch up that way, cool. If they don't, just look 0.5 episode. Here it is, but the new episode is still gonna come out. Which same thing for Solo Love is gonna come out tomorrow. So or today, I believe, maybe. Hopefully, if not, if it's still just the 0.5 episode, sure. Like that's.
It's just upsetting because
like why would you do that?
Off at a really great point.
It did.
And
definitely did.
This is not a spoiler if you saw the last episode. So if you saw the last episode before this, you got to see what our boy does, and then you got to see the brother appear.
Oh my god!
He's like talking about his schedule.
Yes.
Make it clear that next fight.
That fight is gonna be hard.
Why I was like, you didn't have to do this episode right now.
Nah, definitely didn't need no recap. Feels like you did not need a recap right now. It doesn't make sense. So I agree with you. But I do not believe it's gonna flop at all. Like this show, whether it's 12 episodes, whether it's 24, it better be 24 episodes. I completely agree.
If you watch my podcast, you're probably not. But if you are, you better make it 24.
Yeah, no, for real. Make it 24 episodes. But no, with everything.
Money to see you.
For real.
Not illegal sites. I'm paying money for this.
Oh man, but yeah, nah, I don't think it's gonna flop. But we'll see. We'll see. You never know. You never know, because stuff always happens, or they might take a wrong direction, and then that's when they're gonna lose the fans. We'll see. But that's because we know so much. We know so much.
Things I don't like.
Exactly.
We're hanging in there.
Right.
But I will say though, I probably have to clip this because I forgot I was gonna say right when I said it.
No, you good. Take your time.
I was thinking, do you think we should make a solo leveling just manga podcast and just talk about manga?
We definitely can.
We
can definitely do that.
We really love this
because I really love this
So,
series. Like we can talk from beginning to end, brother, to the middle, in between, all that, bro. I'm here for it because like I read that in its entirety, like from beginning to end, and I waiting on each week just to read it. Yeah, like we can definitely do that. So if y'all want to look forward to, only solo leveling, talk about spoilers, anything like that, or if you've already seen it, then we can definitely put that in the episode. And hey,
I don't care.
Yeah, it's your podcast, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But now time for the grudgy question.
Oh,
because the other questions are about it. See, these questions are cool. They're like we like that. But like the later questions, it gets very specific. It gets very detailed. Because you'll find out. So Dragon Ball Z Diamond, do you think it's gonna do well?
All right, this is my opinion, right? So, Dragon Ball Z Diamond will be garbage. It will be garbage. If you get to know me, I'm a true Dragon Ball Z fan. I will Dragon Ball Z everything. Kai? I did enjoy Kai because
you enjoy GT?
Unpopular opinion, yes. I actually enjoyed. I enjoyed GT because it was still Dragon Ball. It still like brought the Dragon Ball effect. So regardless, I love GT.
Did you watch Dragon Ball like the original series?
Yes.
Did you watch Dragon Ball Super?
Of course.
Okay, so you marked all your
boxes. I have everything.
You have justification to say
yes,
what you're saying, right?
everything.
All right, bet. So
everything.
Why do you think it's gonna be trash?
So instead of them, yeah, exactly. That's what I was like. So I was like, all right. The reason I believe it's gonna be garbage, right, is because one, they should have moved on to the next arc. It's been what? How many years since Tournament of Power? Yeah. So it's been like years, like by like 5 or 6 years, right? Yeah. Tournament of Power ended. The anime should have took off until the next series. Mm-hmm. However, they didn't. They brought out a movie. Brought out Super. Great. Still great. Like I enjoy the movie. I don't know if you've seen it, but Dragon Ball Super movie it's on Crunchyroll, bro. Go watch it. It's great. But
is that the one with Broly?
No, that's the Broly movie. Yeah, the Broly movie, and then you had Dragon Ball Super Heroes with with Gohan, Beast Gohan, the new transformation that just came out.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You haven't seen? Oh, brother, you gotta watch that. You need to watch that tonight for real.
Don't judge me.
All right.
I was acting all confident a second ago. Don't give me in the comments. Actually, no. Get in the comments and talk smack.
Yeah. Well, no, like so. On another note, like they released the movies and everything. That's cool. However, the manga has already moved on, like 2 arcs.
So they put a One Piece.
Yeah. So it's been 2 arcs since Tournament of Power ended. Right. So what they should have done was bring out the next arc, which is called, spoiler, Moro arc. Moro is a wizard that basically like was more powerful than Majin Buu, more powerful than basically any Kai.
I have a question.
Besides Beerus, I believe.
Are you tired of like Dragon Ball Z always coming out with super strong characters out of nowhere?
Honestly, no, because that's just how Dragon Ball is.
Fair enough.
So I'm used to it. It is what it is. Like
I was sick of it, and then I just never stopped watching it.
Yeah, no, exactly. So like you just like, who's the next guy? It's this guy. All right, cool. He's how strong?
But there is someone
stronger, right? So it's just like, all right, cool. But yeah, like that should have moved on to the next arc. But they're coming out with this spin. It's basically a spinoff, bro. This is not canon. This is not anything. No, like this is not canon at all. This is just something they came up with. So it's gonna be like, basically the premise of it is, right, Goku's turned back into a kid again. For the second time. Exactly, right? It's GT all over again. And like the funny part is the rest of them are kids too.
So I haven't looked into any of this this. I just saw clips.
Bro,
I was just like, whatever.
I've watched the trailers. I've watched everything about like this upcoming show, and I was just like, I was so excited because I was like, oh, it's gonna be something cool. It's gonna be something new. Is
Is gonna be a child or non-existent?
I don't know. Like that's the things they haven't like stepped up on. Like it's just right now they're saying like, hey, this is the show. Goku's gonna be a kid again, and like he's gonna have all the other guys, as kids or something like that. And I'm like I said, it hasn't been fully disclosed that I've seen like any information about it, but the trailer shows that like yeah, Goku's a kid again, bro, and he's gonna be coming back. And I'm just like
I'm not
I don't
excited
know.
for it, but like it's like your step on that you don't want to see.
Exactly. I want the next arc. I wanted the next arc animated and ready to go, but you give me this side piece. This is you know how you have the main course and dessert, and you eat that main course, bro, and you're just like, dang, I can't wait for this dessert. But somebody just smacks it out of your hand, and you just like, what happened to my dessert?
You put all the money and effort into this series when we're all waiting for the other series.
Yes,
I can see why you're mad.
Right. So,
fair enough.
Man,
all right.
They made me mad with this. I hate it.
My next question. Interesting.
Oh my god.
Yuji versus Naruto. Who's a better fighter? I'm talking no power, just straight hands.
All right. If we're talking just like raw power, like raw, just like skill, hand to hand combat.
I think it's fair to put them in the same age group too, because I don't think.
Yeah, like 16, 17. Yeah. So they're no. Yeah. He's not. No. But like, as far as him and like Shippuden Naruto, like, I think Yuji might have him, but just because of Naruto's experience, I feel like even as a kid, like he's been fighting as a kid.
Oh yeah.
And then Yuji is like has learned to fight like before the powers, before everything. Like you can already tell, like he already had like a mindset of like how to fight and defend himself. However, Naruto's been fighting since he was like kid, so I feel like Naruto definitely could whoop Yuji, but that's just my opinion.
You start seeing the fight going, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Naruto's gonna win, and the reason why the deciding factor of why Naruto would win, in my opinion, it's like I'm not more of a Naruto fan, or more over like a like Jujutsu Kaisen fan. I'm definitely One Piece, but
All right. Fair enough.
One Piece versus Naruto outfit right now, but quite literally, the reason why I think Naruto's gonna win in this fight is because he was professionally trained on how to fight.
Yes.
But like the reason why Yuji, I feel like it's like able to stack up against him to where like it's like fairly close is because like Yuji has a very animalistic style of fighting. And so like Naruto it's like he's very used to conventional fighting, very like very like regular martial arts almost. That like with Yuji's weird angles and like the different angles that he was coming from for kicks and flows, like I can see like Yuji comes in for a kick. You expect him to hit you in the chin, and then he shifts to his body to where he ends up kicking you inside the head instead. And so you think you're gonna block like this when he has to go like this, that type of thing, like that.
So basically, like a more like unorthodox fighting style. Like I see, like he can definitely do that because like you've seen it in the show. Like he does some moves that you're just like, dang, I ain't think of that. Like maybe he's gonna hit him this. Oh snap, he did some wild stuff like right there. So it's just like, you know, his combat style is more like unrealistic, just like it's off the wall.
Just trying to like hit you in the nose or whatever, and then he'll switch from the nose to the back of the neck. It's like it's a very like erratic way of fighting.
Yeah, no, for real.
But the reason why I believe Naruto's gonna win is because he has more training. He has more like specific like hand-to-hand combat people. He also fought more people, so like his range of how many people by the age of 17.
And I mean, you think about it, like even before, he used to be the same way, like the animalistic style, like the fucking just unorthodox as a kid. Exactly. But now he's like honed his skills, right? So it's kind of like that's what I'm saying. Like so that I feel like yeah.
But
so
I do think it was a fair comparison. In terms
no,
of,
definitely.
No power. If we had power, Naruto's winning.
Yeah, no, Sage mode, Biju mode, all that. Yeah, I was.
Curse
energy, maybe. Hey, well, we could definitely see though. Like, I think he could put up a good fight.
Fair.
If no powers were involved.
That's the key. It's because like the thing about power systems I like don't like is the fact that
Mm-hmm.
there's so many different universes, right? That where the power systems are ridiculous, right?
Right.
So like that's a different podcast. But like there's so many different things where like if everyone had base stats, right?
Yeah.
And then say you all start from 1 or like 1 or 0 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like you go into that person's world and everyone's at base stats. Now with the stats that world comes with, and then all the power that you have on top of that, to where you guys have like an equal level like ground playing field after that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's. I feel like that would be a lot better to like go off of.
Yeah.
So like let's think about waterbender, right? So you got a waterbender versus what's Genovia? What's from Fairy Tale?
Oh, I think it was Jubia.
It's like Jubia or something like that. But like so like you got like Katara, right? Where her waterbender technique is like
top tier.
It's top tier. It's just top tier, right? But like, and so like, if you look at her world and like it can compare the waterbending, if there was compared the waterbending in like Fairy Tale, like if you give each world a baseline of power, like everyone starts out this way. There's this water technique isn't necessarily stronger than this technique. It's how they use it, and then if you look at it that way, which world is better? Which one's stronger? Which one's more versatile? That's the kind of question that I like to like look at that from.
Okay. No, definitely, because each universe uses their like element a different type of way. So like
Exactly.
when you see the Fairy Tale, when you see the Avatar, when you see like even like Full Metal, then it's kind of like how are they going to use these elements? And each person is always unique. So I think we definitely talk about that one day.
Now, do you think Jujutsu Kaisen power levels are too cracked?
Oh my god! So I think they are like if in its own universe. The level, like the power scaling for them is like you can always get better,
right?
And you can keep honing that skill. However, they are like it's also based on the clans that you come from, and like we didn't even know that as a factor until like they explained it. Which, like I said, you have the Zenin, the Satoru clan, and then I forgot the third one was the Blood one.
Doesn't Gojo have a clan?
Not Satoru.
Oh, that's Satoru.
Yeah. So, you're good.
That does be
like I forgot the third one, but those are like the top tier jujutsu sorcerers, right? However, you have like people who just have learned their skills through like the contracts or like the skill that they learn through setups and stuff, where they like hone those skills. So it's kind of like. It's kind of balanced, but like really, it just depends on like where you come from.
Fair.
That's the crazy part about it. Because like if you're in these top tier clans, then yeah, you're gonna be OP apparently. But you also have these demons who are like cursed spirits, who, who just gain these abilities and now they're strong as hell. I'm just like,
true enough.
I don't know. So like yes, the power systems are definitely cracked. Also like domains, like you have to get into that field, where you just be like, can you have a domain?
I think my biggest issue with Jujutsu Kaisen power system is the fact that like the more limits you put on yourself, which it's gonna go into the next question, the more limits that you put yourself is the stronger you get.
Right.
And so it's like I think Nanami is the best example for power levels for like power, just because his is like very easy to just understand in general. When he clocks off and over time he has to perform, he's stronger throughout that time. He's like it's like 180% of his power. Like after that, and so like
he keeps getting stronger the more he just keeps fighting. So it's like oh shit, all right, simple enough, but like that's which is the power output.
Because like I'm thinking of Seven Deadly Sins, right? You got Escanor. Escanor's power system is pretty interesting because like every minute getting up to high noon, he becomes more power, and then every minute after that he loses power. Exactly. And so it's a very like fair cycle. Like you're never going to be perfect. Yeah. You have that 1 minute to be perfect, and that's it. And so that's why I'm like, okay, this is fair. But like Jujutsu Kaisen is just like, oh, you thought you're gonna have a weakness? This is my explanation on why it's not gonna be a weakness anymore. Yeah. And then it just slaps it across the face, and then that's that.
No, for real. Like it's kind of crazy because it's just like every power has their weakness.
Correct.
Like I forgot the speech guy's name. I forgot. But basically, him, the one who can use his voice, he needs to take water. He has to take these like voice helping like medicines to like keep his voice going, and it's like. his power is powerful. Like it's strong. It should be probably one of the most like OP powers you have.
Facts.
He has the recoil. He has the back. He has the weakness behind it to where like,
True
hey
enough.
man, this is gonna kill my throat, bro. I can't keep talking like this.
Facts.
So it's like like it's crazy like when you think of it that way. So I mean, there's always there has to be that balance.
True
So,
enough.
are they too cracked? Yeah, but some of them do have the weakness behind it, and you'll see that through some of the other ones that's coming up. So yeah.
All right. This is that question. This is that question because if you know both shows well enough, it's a headache.
It is.
It's a headache to talk about. But like, I had to put it in there because they're so similar. All right, guys, ready? Cursed energy versus Nen. What's a better power system?
So I feel like cursed energy is better
Interesting.
because like I said, when you have those powers that you learn and you can hone those and make them better, right? You also have the expansion of like making them, more powerful. Same thing with Nen, like you said earlier, like the more limits you put on, like the more limits they put on themselves, the more contracts they put on themselves. Like I'm gonna like best example everybody knows this example. I don't care about anything. I don't care about nothing. I just want to kill this person. You can whatever happens to me happens. I want the power to kill this person. Doesn't matter what it is. Man aged years and just brutally murdered this insect, this bug, and like just splatter across the ground and just like, even Kilo showed up and was like, bro, what happened? And he's crying. He's like,
Facts.
It ended. He's just see the explosion. So you're like, bro, what? Why did he do that? And the results, like, even if you watch the show, even the results of it, like, it literally cost him everything. So it's like,
straight up.
Oh my god,
the fact that he got back. Are you glad he came back?
I am glad he came back because that show, like Hunter x Hunter, like, even though it's not solely based on him,
right?
It should be Gon's show. Like the whole goal from the beginning was, hey, I want to find my dad,
which he does.
Exactly. So we've already, just like Naruto, he became the hero. He's becoming the Hokage, right? He hasn't become the Hokage yet, but he became the hero.
Facts.
It could have ended there. Like, honestly, that's another conversation, though. It could have ended there. But point is, yes, we see Hunter x Hunter. We see him find his dad. He's becoming a hunter. He's already a hunter. So now it's like, all right, what's next? We can't focus on Gon anymore. So it's like, what's up next? Because he doesn't have his power.
Facts.
He doesn't have anything.
Facts.
So it's like, what's next? But the point is of this, this debate, I feel like cursed energy is better because even though you have limits you can put on yourself, you still have more expansive powers. Like I said, domains. You have your limiters. You have tools. You have like I said, you have speech. You have other cursed spirits that you can actually use and maintain and like use them to help you in a fight. So you can be getting jumped and then you just like, how? I don't know. Boop, done. All right. Where's this beast coming? Oh, there's a shadow behind you. Boop, done. All right, cool. So like, and there's not a lot of like nin users we've seen who have like that ability besides like the ninja. When he did like the doppelganger move or whatever.
True. So I feel like
I don't know.
I should have did a little bit more research on this one.
Yeah.
Because like I'm now re-questioning what I mean by better, right? And because like cursed energy has way more versatility, right?
Yes.
It has way more versatility because basically regular people, well, not really regular people, you have a very little amount of cursed energy to still do a lot of damage. You can have zero cursed energy and destroy people. Yeah. So it's like that's more versatile. But Nen, the reason why okay, it's cursed. I think cursed energy, but the reason why I put Nen in the thing is the fact that one. Nen is a power system to where like everyone everywhere has a complete understanding of the power system. Yeah, I don't know if in Jujutsu Kaisen that's a thing.
No.
Yeah, no, it's like everywhere. Like you could find out you have powers one day and then you'd have to learn how to figure out how to like make sure it works. that, in my opinion, is the biggest flaw. Because if you don't understand what you're working with, it's a lot harder to perfect. Right. Exactly. No, and so Nen is a system where everyone has a complete understanding of, like, everyone that's a hunter completely understands Nen. It's a requirement for you to be a hunter, right? And so the reason why I put Nen in the category is because, like, if you think about Kurapika, like, his power is so, like, specific to where, like, if he uses on somebody else, he dies. And so because he has that power, he can now compete with every single one of the spiders because of that fact. Matter of fact, he took out Chrollo because of it. Yeah. Like his powers ain't no joke, and so that's why he's a really good, like, competitor in comparison of, like, someone that puts limits on himself and decides, hey, I'm only gonna use these fingers for different people or else I'll die. Yeah. And so, like, that's why I think Nen is more refined than cursed energy. It's because, like, it gives you that, like, okay, so this is what we're working with. This is how I can this how I can do it. I was born with this amount of power, and now I was born with this specific type of power. Now I can hone into that specific power and do better. And so the reason why I think, and just kind of interesting, because, like, everyone's doing just fine, not knowing things. Like, I'm not saying that they're not OP, like, they're disgusting, but Nen specifically is because, like, the Nen world is filled with thinkers. Yeah. Right. They're planned out. Yeah. So, like, we gotta, like, in, like, Jujutsu Kaisen, everyone's like an outlaw, right? It's like facing cops versus the robbers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's literally what Jujutsu Kaisen versus, like, Hunter x Hunter is. You got the people that were trained to kill y'all, and then you got the people that like they're specialists, they know everything, and then you got the robbers that are just a little too good at not robbers. Let's go with mob bosses. Let's be more specific.
Definitely, like, they have
definitely mob boss, right? So you got these outlaws. They're, like, running around doing whatever they want to, whatever they feel like doing at any point in time.
It's crazy.
Exactly. And then you got the cops, the special forces, the special ops, ready to just be like, okay, this is a problem. I need to take y'all.
Calm down, bro.
Exactly. So it's like, imagine if, like, Kurapika, instead of doing spiders, said, I can only kill Gojo and Sukuna.
Okay.
You take that thing.
That one ability,
yeah. Like, you step your domain. Like, okay, but you have to have that split second between the domain. Exactly. So that's why I was bringing up earlier. If everyone started at a base power system, because I don't think it's fair. That's why I'm like, Dragon Ball Z watches almost every single universe. It's not fair. If everyone started base power system and with whatever skills that you had from the previous world transfers over, who's stronger? And that's why I think if the base power system was a thing. This might be unpopular opinion, and no one's gonna like it, but I'm standing on it. All right. If Kurapika started the fight knowing, because he's the kind of person who would know how your powers work, I promise you, if old boy in the back can figure it out and stab you in the chest, Kurapika's gonna figure it out. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. With that split second, Kurapika, I feel like, would win just because of that tiny sliver in between your domains that opens it up. That is the one thing. He puts a thing in your heart saying you can never use curse energy ever again. You're done. You're cooked. That's why.
I can see that.
I feel like that's a fair point.
Because, like,
but also he'd only win 3 times out of 10. Right now,
yeah,
like, at best,
he's not winning every time.
Like, not every time, 3 times out of 10 at best.
Depending on the play out, you definitely see some interesting things.
I want to make sure I add that in there so you don't like, oh, he's a
Kurapika, like, hand-to-hand combat, like
3, maybe 2.
I was just like, oh, maybe, but it's all good, you know.
Maybe, but, like, also Kurapika would learn how to do better. Like, because Kurapika, once he found out who the people were, he started training, like, specifically for those people, right? And he took out the strongest one. Let's not forget that. And so, like, it's not that he's weak. It's just, like, we need to, like, put him in the time for prep time for both.
And that's the thing. Like, some people do require prep time. Like, that's why we have these training montages. That's why we have these, you know, episodes where it's like, all right, they're going to get stronger somehow. And then, like I said, well, where you have Yuji, where he does it, like, you know, on site.
So,
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, it's always interesting to see.
I think Yuji would rock his neck, though,
bro. He would,
just because the moment he senses you, because doesn't he have a good sense of smell or whatever? He is, so, like, you're in the vicinity.
Good 6.
Because, like, you can hide your curse energy and you can hide your Nen abilities to where, like, it's non-existent or whatever. But if he smells your cologne, you're dead.
Like, instinctively, he knows, like, his presence.
Exactly. So it's like that's a different situation. Yeah. That's also why I didn't prepare Kurapika in Yuji, because it's not the same fight.
For real, but no, like, I feel like overall though, like, curse energy might have it
It might have it because of versatility.
Yeah,
it really might.
The amount of things they can do with it is crazy.
Yeah.
But also, like I said, Nen does have a good amount of abilities too. Like I said, they use it as protection.
Right.
They can use it to heal people. They can also use it for like
teleportation.
Yeah.
Which
like
also
crazy things.
Let's add that. They can literally just teleport out of the fight. I don't care how big your domain is. If I have that card, you're gone. I'm gone instantly. Like it's gone. So it's like
because the thing about the domains is it's insta kill, right? Like it's supposed to be insta kill. Well, some are insta kill,
right?
However, it's like you only have that depending on who's using it, right?
Depending on who casts it. But the thing that I always think about domain expansions is that everyone has a range.
Exactly.
So if you get outside the range, you're kind of good.
That's true.
And also, I think you can throw. I don't know. No one's ever talked about it or tested about it, but you might be able to throw things into the domain. Can you? I don't know. I'm just saying. But like, that was just a guess. That was just a guess.
Says it all.
That was just a guess. I don't read the manga. I don't know.
It kind of works like that.
Okay, so like that's what I'm saying. So like, I feel like given the right person, they can figure that out. And if I just figured it out in 2 seconds, someone could figure that out. So it's like that's what I'm like. Who would actually win? But I will say that Curse Energy is probably going to take the cake for best power system, just because the versatility. You can't infuse them with objects. It's just not nearly as effective as.
You said what?
You can infuse them with objects. Yeah. You most definitely can.
Yeah.
So it's just
it's
not.
Why we have cursed tools. Like you can put your energy into cursed tools and they're just as powerful.
But I feel like that's what I'm saying. I don't think Ned's nearly touching in terms of like power levels of that object. So because someone has power like those like different ranges, a weapons master with cursed energy would do a whole lot better than a weapons master with Nen. I just think Nen is a better structure and a better like understanding of the power skill. So it's like it's better in terms of like understanding ability, adaptability, and then Curse Energy is just better for raw power, raw energy.
Damage,
it's there for the damage, it's there for the destruction. So
that's why we have such a great show like Jujutsu Kaisen now.
It's peak. I'm not gonna hold you. It's not better than One Piece, but
you're right.
But it's definitely up there. It deserves to be talked about.
More than 1,000 episodes, probably 2,000 episodes before it ends, but it's all good.
He's just mad because I get content until I die. I don't know what to tell you. I get a show. I get to watch for the rest of my life.
We're gonna all pass, and we still don't know what
my children are gonna enjoy my legacy.
No, your kids should not find out about One Piece before we do, bro. We've been watching this since we were kids. That's crazy. Listen. If I have a whole new family, bro, and a whole new set of kids, grandkids, and I still don't know what the One Piece is, I give up on One Piece. Sorry. Hands down. I give up.
No, I think it's going to be done in about 7 years.
Okay. Hey, we'll see.
I think so.
So, based on some interviews I've seen, Oda did say it was coming to an end.
Yeah.
So, maybe in the next 2 years.
I'm giving it 7. 7. We have too many questions. This show's not about one.